You're good. You're all set.
Right.
Okay, ready to go? All right. We will call this meeting to order. First, are there any public comments? Are you here for public comment?
Well, he's.
Okay, all right. I will take a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
I'll make a motion for the minutes.
Approved. Items of business. Bait Scout Park, sidewalk patching, painted crosswalks and curbs.
All right, let's start right off with the park. I'll let Al go through his thing. He's talking about what they want to do and what they've done out there.
Yeah, so I'm Al Rodriguez. I'm our new president for the Lynchburg Youth Baseball League. So replacing Dave Woodbury. He was last, I think, 6 years. He was the president out there. So we did some work in trying to get the fields a little bit, better affiliated to be, used and seen by the public in a better manner. So we did some work on the fields out there. The field number 1 is the one we're doing most of the work. And so this past spring, we tried to go ahead and do it with the volunteers to go ahead and just get it seeded. That was unsuccessful. So we're looking to have New Horizons Landscape, Pat McLean, possibly to come out there and go ahead and overseed and put the grass seed out there. Currently, right now, it's weeds that have been mowed down on that. So that's a aspect that we'd like to do out to the park. And then going throughout the winter or the rest of the fall, we do have 3 baseball teams playing in the Mason Fall League. Most of those games are going to be in Mason or other locations. But we will have the 3 teams out there practicing throughout the fall. So getting ready for next year, just doing that project, and then supporting what your guys' vision is and regarding, upgrades to the fields out there in regards to the 5-year plan. I know the 5-year plan, it talks about, no upgrades from the city's perspective until the water issue has been resolved. So we're cognizant of what you guys are as a city, and we kind of want to just support that along and anything we can do to help, especially on the baseball side.
Do you ever think you'll have teams from other cities coming here at the fields or?
They'll be playing our Lanesburg teams. Yes.
Here, okay.
Yes. So that's, in the past, we've done, tournaments. I've been part of the board or coaching since 2006. So in past years, we've had tournaments out here where we give our Lanesburg teams free admission so they can kind of get that extra baseball experience. But regularly throughout the season, teams come here to play our teams. At the end of, usually in the week after July 4th, Mason has their league, the Pony League tournament. And so we've hosted that the last couple of years. We always try to get, if our team can make it to the championship and be one of the last 2 teams out there playing, that's great. But sometimes that doesn't happen. That's about the only time that we don't have Lynchburg teams playing out there. So yeah, our goal is, our Lynchburg kids first before anything else. But just like I said, just want to keep you guys abreast on what we're doing, what we can do. And I know Dave's kind of communicated to me some of the complaints that's happened out there this past year. And we've tried to rectify those and make sure that, the bathrooms don't get, left without toilet paper and some of those issues. So like I said, we just want to keep things going forward and what we can do to help. And, if there's any maintenance stuff that you guys do also, we can be part of that on helping, spread, the pressure dust or anything like that.
So the Pat McLean, for him to see that.
That is not.
Yeah, we have that right now. So like I said, I'm just bringing this to the board, to you guys. I talked amongst our board, they're for it. Again, We failed as volunteers to get that done. So that's kind of how we want to solve that problem with the grass seed out there.
We do a good job with the kids helping and the parents helping with that particular,
Yes, yeah.
which is nice.
Questions for him?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Okay.
appreciate your
Yep,
time.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yep,
Thanks for coming in.
yep.
We've had a couple of the tree branches in the winds, of pretty decent size of snap off out to the park. We've been dealing with them. Got them down and out of the way. I have one that's left that's higher than our bucket truck will reach, but it's kind of locked in right now, so I'm trying to get a hold of a couple of guys to see if they can maybe do us a favor and just.
Because the lion mentioned there was some trees that looked like they were gonna fall over the,
That's the back of their barn area, and that
Are those
we
bad?
can reach that low. These were some that the winds had knocked over and knocked the tops on. But yeah, then we're still there. We still have tree work to do, but we can't get on with the processes. Sidewalk patching, we did the patching from the CIP plan. We went down Grand River, from Woodhall to Benson. And we patched in the spot on First North that we took out last fall. And that is completed. We did 183 feet, which was equivalent to 6 yards of patch. That's basically what we did last week. It's been we do have, oh yeah, the curbs and sidewalks got painted down, Bates did them. And we did get, just today, we got the wolf paw prints that were going some of the crosswalks headed towards the school. They're stick down, so you'll see them going in. We gotta have decent weather, no rain, so we'll get those back. But they'll be going down here in the next, hopefully by the end of this week. We've been working with C2AE and Eagle, getting that testing done. We've done one set of testing already. And we found that as of right now, the phosphorus levels in our ponds are between 2 and 3, and the phosphorus levels coming into the main lift is over 6.
Have you guys been able to trace where it's coming
So
from?
the next step is to see if we can pinpoint, we're gonna pull at the other 2 lift stations and see if we can try to pinpoint which area of town it's actually getting most of it coming in. So it's a slow process, but we're moving forward with it. The pancake breakfast, that was done. That went really well this year. It was done early and had a pretty decent turnout. We're doing some work study with the high school. We have two high schoolers that are in here doing the work study program. They're working right around 2 hours a day. One is Aaron Willoughby and the other one is Michael Brooks, and Aaron's been with me for the summer's last 2 years. And this is that work study program where they're getting credit hours for being at work. So.
Okay.
We're working on the library front upgrades. We'll be starting that next week after the holiday, and I think we finally got all the things figured out. And we'll be going blast on that. Of course, the weather's cooled off a little bit except today, and so mowing's picked up with some rain and the brush is picked back up. The cemetery shed upgrade, that's next on our list after we get done with the library front. So we can move forward on that this fall. The movies, music, that season wrapped up. It was actually pretty good. There was a lot of good compliments and everybody seemed to get along good. And I think this was the first season that I didn't lose a poll with, so.
Those tables help.
And the last thing on the list, you'll see in there, we got quotes for that walking path.
Boy, there's a big difference in the prices.
There's
isn't
a
there?
huge difference. But following our plan, I talked to Paul and I just put that in there so you can see where we're at, because we were looking at adding a couple like this parking lot, the DDA parking lot, And we're working with C2AE to do set up a proposal to send out, so we're gonna try to do that, to budget to do it in the spring.
Yeah.
So we can maybe try to add the parking lots in with it. And
Mike and Son seems to be where you
yeah,
want to
there was-
go.
there
I
was
mean,
a-
the difference, I mean, you have the one that's $42,000 and then you have 17,900 and 23.
And there was a huge difference, and that's part of why we went, and I got with Adam and said, no, I said, help me figure out something that. And then we added the parking lots in, I said, because he'll help me set it up, so we got the same. Because there was two different styles of asphalt that was quoted, and so we want to have everything in writing, so we know exactly what they're bidding on.
Do we need to bring this up at the
No, this
next
was just,
council meeting?
we're gonna bring it up at council, but just so as a heads up of what we're looking at.
Down the road.
Yes.
So no action items.
No, because we haven't got anything back on that from C2A yet. And
Okay.
we've had more, we've kind of set our priorities more to figuring out this phosphorus thing. So
All right.
that was just kind of a heads up to let you guys know where we're at, what we were looking at. So
Okay. Thank you.
The one says 16,000 square feet. The other one says 1,336 lineal feet. So I don't.
one
think
of them
they're-
did it in square feet, one did it in
Yeah,
linear
so I
feet.
don't know what the difference is, but what's a linear feet,
The-
but it's. It doesn't look like they're bidding the same
It's-
thing, I don't know.
It's really close.
Is
It
it?
comes
Okay.
out to be in 1336.
Okay.
I had to go back and get the calculator out.
Well, that's why I was wondering, because 16,000 sounds way more than 1,000.
Right.
Okay, but right now it looks like Mike and Son is our leader on that.
For the walking path. But
Yeah.
we'll find out.
I mean,
more
far and away, I mean,
When we bid everything out.
they're a lot more affordable.
Right. I was just trying to get an idea of where we were at, looking at price wise to fix that.
And they're local here in town, correct? Mike and Son. Okay. All right, is there any other new business that needs to be discussed? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Okay, so
Adjourn. See, wasn't that worth it, Brian?
too many of these left.
Well, at least he knows we.